Hello and welcome to sovereignrpg. I am Sovereign and today we're going to be checking out my heavy weapon build. I've been having a lot of fun with this. Now I've had some issues during the leveling process getting from the steel tier onwards on getting a heavy weapon build to work. And as I've progressed through the game a little bit, I did change over to a better Jesuit build with daggers, short blades, and I went to long blades because I ended up with the pulse replica sword. The replica pulse sword, sorry, which has a 152.4 damage every hit. Now I'm still using this sword with no points in there for when those melee guys get a little bit too close and I parry and you can still 2-hit with this sword. It's absolutely insane. But we do run a Lasgun, a plasma cannon, and I do run around with a missile launcher because there is a little bit of a tactic that I do during the waves, and this is for the end game. This is going for the PvP labs where you can go in there and solo them. Now I am using the Chome Heavy armor set, which is the end game tier armor set because I haven't had any unique BPs drop. Now it goes weekly and it changes every week. So every week different things drop and different BPs drop. This week it is the Forge armor set, which is the light armor set, which I have all of the pieces. Let me just go over to get it. I have all the pieces for the Forge armor set, which is the light one. Now, I'm not using the light armor at the moment because of the fact that I'm not dodging, I'm not having to dodge as much, and I'm not using melee weapons. If I was doing the melee weapon build, I would be using this set 100%. It does have energy mitigation, fire, blade, and poison mitigation, and it's quite a significant amount with a decent armor value. It's not actually up to par. It's 291. It's not up to par with what I'm wearing in the heavy armor set, but because, I mean, we were at 450 just for the chest piece. That's double the amount of chest piece for the light Forge armor. I'm really looking forward to finding... I actually think I do have one. Or it might be... Is this heavy? No, this is a light armor chest. I did find a desert guard. We are finding quite a decent amount of stuff over here. I do have the penetrator with a plasma cannon, which I love. I love this gun. I fly a lot of the heavier ships, so I'm flying the carrier, I'm flying the assaults, just to be more backup. I'm not really massively great at the scout or ornithopter plate, which is kind of the meta right now. And I wish there was more ground combat so I could use this build to full effect. So that's what I'm using with the weapons and the armor. I do have Mark 5 shield, I've got a full suspensor belt, I've got the power pack Mark 6, which is really important for this build because this plasma cannon doesn't use ammo, it uses your energy from your power pack. So it does bring down the power pack quicker with the utility tools, but I do have some skills in there to slow that down. So let's go over what skills I'm currently running. At the end of the video, I am going to do a full run of a lab. I don't know if I'll just put music in the background and actually just play it and see how it goes, or I'll just talk my way through the whole thing, because it does take a significant amount of time when you're solo, although it does go a little bit quicker. Now what we have is 3 points in range damage. I went 1 point in center of mass because I'm not using it. It could be good for the heavy, but I still end up aiming for the head quite a significant amount of times. Now, I get Field Maintenance 3 and Gunsmith 3. This drops the amount your weapon loses when you're firing it, and also helps to not lose as much max durability, especially when you've only got, say, one blueprint of the Lasgun. You got one blueprint and a plasma cannon. I've done quite a few, and it's actually only dropped a little tiny amount on each of these. I've been using them quite a lot over the past couple of days, doing labs every 45 minutes from the respawn timer. So I have got underslung agility, which I am using, which makes us move faster when we're carrying a heavy weapon. It drops the reduced penalty to 25%, so you do run around a lot faster, which you kind of need when you're doing the end game stuff, because you can't just run in and start blapping everyone and sitting there and just taking the hits. You do have to run quite a bit, especially when you get out of the wave when there's multiple melee guys, 4 of them. You need to run around and try and get one by himself to parry him and hit him with the sword. Now I do have energy capsule, which actually has a really low cooldown. It's 35% range damage for 10 seconds. Now if you get a guy that's just got his shield off, you've just brought his shield down, which I'm using. I'll show you what I'm using with that ability in a minute. It becomes really, really important that you can get those guys down quickly before their shield comes back up. That's when I use the energy capsule. Now I have got all of the grenades because these guys only cost 2 points each. And they're useful in all of their own ways. So you can get the anti-gravity one, which lifts them off the floor and just kind of makes them float a bit and they can't fire. The one I use mostly is the gravity field, because when the waves come out of the door, as you'll see later, they're all grouped up, and I throw the gravity field down, and I then shoot 2 rockets at them, and I fire my assault seeker at them, so it does a massive amount of damage. The collapse grenade I don't use that often. Now sometimes I will throw down the gravity field and then I'll throw in the collapse grenade so they're all bunched in together, and then fire the rockets to splash damage to everyone, but they do come out in a bundle, so it's actually pretty good to use. Now we have Suspensor Blast that I use in certain occasions. I don't use it that often, but I got it there anyway just in case. I am using the Assault Seeker 3. I'm not using the Explosive Grenade because I prefer the pinpoint accuracy of the Assault Seeker, and we're using the Shigawai Claw, which I haven't really got. The other technique I'm using is Battle Hardened, which lowers the cooldowns of all of my trooper abilities. None of the other abilities, just my trooper abilities, and this actually really helps with the Energy Capsule and how often you can use the Assault Seeker, which is actually quite a good cooldown, and it does 550 damage. Is pretty damn good, to be honest. And being able to put the gravity field down quite a lot of times is really good to drop the shield of, because it actually eats the power of the enemies that are inside of it. So you can throw it down and it'll start depleting it, and when you hit with the rockets and you do big damage, it takes a big chunk of shield off, and hopefully sometimes, if you're lucky, most of the shields have dropped and you can just pull out the plasma cannon and just start blowing people away. Now in the Mentat tree, I haven't taken too much. I've taken Range Damage 3 and I've taken Garment Keeper 3 and Tailoring 3. I feel like these guys are actually really important in every single build, and I always go for 3 and 3 on all of these because I don't like to have to rebuild stuff on a regular basis. You fix it with the repair station and the durability drops a little bit, and you take much less durability damage while you're actually fighting. I don't have any of the other ones in here for now. In the Plantologist tree, I've taken Fuel Efficient Pilot because I am the Carrier Pilot, and the Carrier does take a significant amount of fuel, so I have the Fuel Efficient Pilot level 3. I've got 2 in the Fuel Efficient Driver because sometimes I do drive them, but I might get the 3rd one when I get a few more levels because I'm currently only 165. Now Vehicle Repair 3 is another big one, so you don't have to repair. We're using Mark 6 on most of our vehicles now, and when you're repairing things like the Carrier, you want to be able to just not have to replace them as often, so I believe this is another big skill. Not everyone in your group has to have it, just one person, so they go around and fix it every time you do a run. In the Bene Gesserit tree, I got 2 points in Recovery, I got 2 points in Sun Tolerance, 1 in Self-Healing, I got 1 in Prandu, just to get the Vitality 3 to get my max health up, because we do have a lot of shield dropping because our weapons take power from our power pack, which is also basically our shield, and because I have the 800, that's actually pretty decent. I can actually just fire off a few shots, and when the shield gets too low, I just run around the corner and get like allow it to rebuild a lot quicker. Now in the Swordsmaster tree, because I like to dodge a lot, we got Optimized Hydration because I don't like to drink a lot, and having maximum hydration in this build gives you 2 stamina bars. So even though you're wearing heavy armor and you're taking a lot more stamina to dodge, which is the percentage of the dodge stuff over here, we got like dodge stamina cost plus 5%, 7.5. It's actually quite a lot. But you can see over here, we have, let me just drink up a little bit. We have full hydration. So when we do the stamina, it's actually only that, so we can actually get stamina up quicker, and we can do quite a significant amount of dodges. Now we also use, in the skill tree over here, we also use the Suspensor Dash. Now this is a really good way of getting around without having to use take a spot up for the different kinds of like the Shigawai Claw and stuff like that. You can swap that in and it can be good, but I use this to get around, especially when I'm getting like surrounded by melee. I can jump over the edge, jump, and just get away from everyone as quickly as possible. It does dash less when you're wearing heavy armor than when you're wearing light armor. If you're wearing light armor, it does go quite a lot faster. But I do like the heavy armor. I do like the look of it as well. It's actually pretty decent. I love the back of it. The front is okay, but the back's really nice. And we do have a set guild color, which is obviously the Chome set, which is the gold and white. And we have this because no one else uses it. And when we're fighting, everyone's just running around. Everyone's dyed black because, I don't know, that's the thing that everyone does. So we're white and gold, so it's easy to see who is us and who isn't us when we're fighting out there. I will be putting these up to 3, general conditioning and disciplined breathing up to 3, because I do swap this in there quite often. I sometimes take out the underslung agility and stick the disciplined breathing in there because it does allow you to have a stamina recovery rate much faster, because you can just put the weapon away if you're going to be getting away. So you just press the same button again, put the weapon away, and you can run. So sometimes this is a lot better, especially when you're having to dodge a lot from the, like some of them have drill shots and stuff like that. So that's the skills that we have. the Assault Seeker, the Gravity Field, and the Energy Capsule with Battle Hardened, Underslung Agility, and Suspensor Dash. So we've gone over the weapons, we've gone over the armor, we've gone over the skills, and now we're going to go fly out to the lab on our map, which is in, the closest one I have is in in D4. So we're going to head over to D4 in my nice little Mark 6 Scout, which gets up to 180 kilometers an hour. There seems to be a little bit of a change. I don't know if you guys know, have noticed, but when I'm actually going into Vulture mode now, it takes a lot longer of a descent before you get to the max velocity. Now, I don't know if that's something that's changed recently. Look at that worm just coming out the bloody... Look at him. Living his best life. Right, I'm going to skip until we get there because it's 8,000 meters away. I'll see you when we're inside. Right, so we actually got it, and they're always kind of the same, the actual way that it works. Now, where the bloody hell's the entrance? It's around here. Let's make sure there's a breach over there. I don't know if that's because of a fallen ship or a player, but there is a large there's a large spice flow over there somewhere. Oh, well, we'll see. We'll actually pocket it anyway, and if we get into PvP, we'll get into PvP. It's all good. It's part of the game. Right. So we're going to land outside of this. This is what the entrance to the labs look like when you're in a deep desert. They all look like this. We're going to actually stick our ship in our pocket. It has got rockets in it, and you can pocket it with the rockets inside of the actual missile launcher, the rocket launcher of the ornithopter, just not inside of anything else. Sometimes it shows it disappears, but you just press Q. Now we're going to put our shield on. We're going to go down here, and there should be some... I think this one doesn't have enemies at the front of it. The other one that we have down here does. I'm just going to do the jump dash down the stairs. It doesn't do anything going up, but actually going up is actually really nice because you can just speed up the stairs. Not as quickly as the Bene Gesserit, but you can do it pretty damn quickly with the Suspensor Dash. I use that to be able to change my positioning when we're going inside. So you'll come into this room here and you'll see this green door. Now when you go through this green door, it's going to lock you in. So be ready. I'm not ready because I was an idiot and didn't bring my bloody bandages or anything. Let's just drink this water real quick. I didn't bring any of my... but we're just going to try and grab some off of people as we're fighting them. We'll start looting those bad boys. Now in here, you're going to get these ammo boxes. These reset every single wave. So you can come and grab these when you need them. I don't need actual things right now. We're going to actually have... Let's see what we got in here. I can see the heavy gunner. I can't see... There's a sniper up there. We have to go kill him first because he does a significant amount of damage. So we're going to run up.
Someone's here.
I'm gonna actually just murder this dude real quick. We're gonna get him gone. Actually, we're gonna run this dude out there. Normally that guy would have died instantly. But we're gonna get him around here. And get the melee. Oh, he's about to do some grenades. And I can't get my bloody parry off. And it's typical that I'm trying to talk in concentration. So you can still kill those melee guys in 2 hits even if you don't have any points. Where is that? Oh, that's bloody sniper. We're running out of HP. Let's get rid of that sniper real quick. We're actually going to have to throw a grenade down because he's got a... We're actually down though. Which happens quite a lot in here. It's no worries. As long as you haven't got a lot of your... You can just jump up if you need to. All the time. It's no problem. The only problem with this build is it uses the power a lot of your shield. So when your shield goes up, what the hell was that? Oh, there we go. There's the dude down there. There's the dude down there. Get rid of him real quick. These guys have massive amounts of HP. Now, I did fuck up by not bringing any medical stuff. And you can't get it in here unless these guys, luckily for someone, drop. Where's the heavy gunner dude? What happened to the heavy gunner guy? Is he just... Oh, there he is over there. He's hiding around the corner. So with these heavy gunning guys, I actually just do heavy weapon attacks on these boys. Now, you can get 2 before he does his thing. Sometimes you can't dodge out of it because I'm wearing heavy. I forgot. I can't dodge that much. But that drains your stamina quite a lot. And we can just do a couple of power attacks. I prefer this than doing the weapons on the heavy guys because they can't fire at you and stuff when you're doing that. Now, we're going to have... some guys come through now. That's the first wave over and done with. If I was a better player, this is the thing. I'm not the best player in the world. So these guys are about to come out. We're going to throw down the grenade. We're going to fire that. We're going to fire that. And then we're going to go and start killing the shield, which should break in a second. And then you can kill the melee out. And there's one melee down without even having to do much damage. So that's what I do with the usual rocket thing. Now, these rockets do a significant amount of damage. It's like 800 damage. So if we get on here where there's a guy, hopefully somewhere. There's a guy over there, heavy gunner, just standing there. And we're just going to get that guy. Let's get that over there as well. Come on, fire at me. It moved out of the way. These guys have massive amounts of bloody HP. Someone's firing at me from behind as well. Right, there's one guy down. Let's get our shield back up, get out of the way. Now, the thing is, it's not the best build in the world. You can literally run around and do melee stuff, but I enjoy this style of play. This is my style of play. I love it. Let's see if we can get this guy over here. There we go. He's down. I'm just a big fan of the heavy gunner style. Like, I like the tanky heavy gunner style. Now, I think we only have this heavy dude back. He's got fire, which doesn't do that much. Oh, shit. Or you can just do that. That's one thing you can do. That's embarrassing as hell. Now, these guys don't have much range, so you can, while he's firing it, just fire. And just step back as he's firing his flamethrower until he reloads. And once he reloads, his shield comes back up. These flamethrowers are just easy to walk around. That's why you don't have to kill them first. And he's down enough, if I didn't bloody mess up. But that is what it is. Like, you make mistakes. It's all part of the game. And me being absolutely terrible at it. Let's reload this rocket launcher because there may be a couple of dudes that come out of here right now. I wish I brought my bloody medkits. Right, so we can actually throw this down now. Oh, and then we just start firing on him to break his shield. Get rid of him because they're annoying as hell, these melee dudes. Oh, he's going to run around. Oh, God, we got 3 of them. We're actually, this guy's just standing here for some reason. Oh, God. We got no power. We have to pull out the grenade. And then we just run in. And you can just still do a lot of damage with the sword and stuff. So we can... I'm not going to bloody record the whole thing because the whole thing's going to take like 40 minutes. But you can kill these guys just with your sword if you feel like you're being overwhelmed. It does take a lot. The only thing I hate about the sword is you can get stuck on dead bodies all the time. Do any of these guys have any bandages that we can use? We're running low on the shield power right now. Let's go and kill this dude real quick. So what we can actually do is when we get to this point, you can just melt them down when there's only a couple left. I mean, this gun does do 112 damage a shot. Now, the only problem is, where's the big heavy dude? Where's the big heavy dude gone? Why are they always just, like, not there? Oh, he's over there. He's hiding over there. Let's just get a little rocket over there. Do a little bit of a... Wait for him to start firing, because it does more damage. Just get a couple of rockets in. I know I'm wasting rockets in, I'm wasting the Regis thing, but it's so much fun to just fire rockets at people. Like, it's so much fun. I'm going to do this. We're going to go into our... And we're going to go in a fire out with these two guys. It does a lot more damage when you're doing it with the pill over there. I don't use it as much as I should. But we're actually going to have to reload this because this is going to be the next wave. We're on a 3rd wave or the 4th wave right now. And I am still doing the solo. There is no one else here. Let's get this grenade in here. I really don't like that the grenade like hits the outside of it. Let's just quickly... Oh god, they're all coming upstairs now, which is where it gets really bad. And when you're in it... Oh, for God's sake. That's so annoying. When you're in that thing, you can't jump out. It just does some random bullshit. It is the most annoying thing in the bloody world. I swear to God. Let's try and get rid of some of these dudes. They're all firing at me now. So now I have no shield. Oh, shit. We're about to get surrounded. Let's get the hell out of this place. Get these melee guys in the back over here and get their swords up while our shields are generating. And it does that thing again. We're going to get fucked here. It's going to happen. Look, you can't jump with this shit. You can't dodge. You can't jump. You can't do anything. Now I'm actually going to get murdered again. Fucking hell. Now, it's actually really annoying because all these guys have this jump ability. They all have it. So, like, when you get stuck like this, and they can just do all of the heavy swings they want in the world. And that's happened to me twice now. Well, I can't get out of it because the auto lock. Like, there's certain things in this game that is absolutely fucking mind-blowing when it comes to the amount of shit that happens. Now, when you get auto locks like this, you can't always run away. And, I'm gonna get fucking annoyed at the moment, which is gonna make it even worse. Because when I get annoyed, I'll start playing even worse. Let's try and get rid of some of these dudes real quick. And then wait until these guys move out of the way. I hate the auto lock feature. And the thing was, in that AMA, they turned around and said that they weren't going to bring, they're not going to get rid of that. I'm just running around to try and get rid of these dudes. Because these guys are actually breaking down our shield, so we're going to try and get rid of some of these. But these melee dudes just follow you the fuck around everywhere. And who gives bloody melee those abilities, man? Right, that's one. Oh, and then we get hit by it. And now we're going to get screwed to fuck. We need to get out of the way of all this shit, but we're stuck in this bloody things. And then they can do all of the things in the world they want to do. We can't do the suspensor dash right now. We need to get these melee guys out of the way. So you need to get these guys importantly out of the way. And it just doesn't even want to work sometimes. Of course they're just going to keep doing that shit. And they have it on an insane cooldown as well. It's actually fucking aggravating. Right, there's that one melee guy down. We're on the... Of course he's going to parry it. Let's get you gone as well, sir. You couldn't parry that one, and you're gone as well. So now we only have a couple of dudes left, and they're not melee, which is absolutely amazing. It's just these guys. But when you get a couple of them all aiming at you at the same time, you can see that my shield is going down quite a significant amount. The heavy gunner dude's in the back over there, so we're okay. Let's just get this guy gone and dead as well. We still have no bloody health packs. Don't you dare die. Don't you dare die. There we go. It's the only problem with using this gun. That guy's gone as well, because it uses the power of your shield. But you can still do it. As you can see, we're still killing them, even though, like, if you go down, you go down. This ain't like the... I'm doing this build to enjoy the build. I'm not doing this build for any other reason than to just enjoy it. Because it's a lot of fun. Throwing the grenades and stuff, shooting the rockets. Oh, this guy's got the flamethrower, so we can actually use our Lasgun, which does a significant amount of damage. So when he starts firing, we can use our Lasgun to do damage, but it doesn't do damage once the shield goes up, so it turns itself off. Emergency venting cannot fire. But when it does damage, it does a lot of damage. You can't use it on shields. Now, that weapon I use for breaking into bases and stuff like that, so it's like not massively utilized. Let's reload our rocket launcher, getting ready, because the next wave's come. Is the next wave coming, or is there yeah, it is. Here it comes. Right, there's loads of melee again. Let's get them out of the way. Get them all out of the way. There is like 5 melee now. This is going to end up really badly. Access denied. We can't get out of here once you're in here, so it's actually really annoying. And all 4 of these dudes, 5, holy shit. And now I'm stuck in a fucking corner and I can't get out. Now I'm stuck in a fucking corner because of whatever reason. Bye-bye. Yeah, no. This is something that gets really annoying when you are stuck in... And now we're going to get mad about that dude. We didn't count. This is something you got to really look out for. Now, I'm really glad that happened. I'm not glad it happened because I died. But when you get stuck in any kind of corner... See, I jumped to that corner and they just mobbed me into that corner. That's actually really bad. Try and stay away from corners. Now, if you're better than me at combat, which is not going to be a difficult task... You can actually, you'll be able to do this with this build easily. Now, because I'm concentrated on talking and doing all the stuff at the same time, I feel like I'm not being able to concentrate enough on the fight in itself. We have to wait 1 minute every time. You don't have to have a respawn beacon outside or anything like that. You can just use the checkpoint. 3 seconds left. You can do much, much better with this build. There are runs that I've had where I'm not really caring or worrying about it, and I've gone through the entire thing without dying. We're going to get stuck in a corner again. I know it's going to happen. Let's get the hell out of this corner. Get away from those bloody heavy dudes. Let's jump around. There's just so many bullets flying right now that it's really difficult to get anything. So let's get a rocket over there. Reload again. Because when you're getting hit by so many people at once, it is actually a bloody nightmare. Now, if you're going to be running around moving, firing the rocket, let's get up the top. Oh, God. We actually lost our shield there because there was too many bloody people hitting at the same time. Let's hopefully get one melee up here. No, there's two melee. Oh, crap. There's more melee. And now I'm going to get stuck between them. Like, it's fucking, this game sometimes really winds me up. And now I've got no stamina, and I'm stuck between. Look at this. Look at that shit. That shit is insane to me. Now I'm stuck between three of them anyway. Like, the collision in this game, because they've done the collision in cubes. Their collision is in cubes, so it's actually fucking aggravating when you get stuck in a corner like that. Let's try and get this one guy. Now there's two dudes here now, and now there's three. Like, you just can't. Sometimes it's really difficult to do it. This guy's got almost no HP. Let's get him gone. What about this dude? That guy's all. Why am I getting stuck on shit? I'm gonna try and get a couple more of these dudes at the same time, but they're doing heavy attacks. And then you get stuck in them again, and now there's three heavies all standing here enjoying their best life. You gotta reposition when you get to this point. There's 5 melee up in this shit. Someone here quickly so we can do this. We can get a hit off. There's one down. Oh god, this is like when it, this is. Ah, that was me mishitting. It's nice when you get a double parry off though. Let's come on, let's do it. Let's get a good parry. Let's get him gone. Let's get the other one gone. Let's get the melee gone. Come on, die. Yes. Yes. Now we can finally get into a proper fight. Let's get this guy to fire at us a little bit. Let's throw a little grenade down because there's quite a few of them in the middle there. Do a cut. We're all standing in a circle like that, which is really nice. Thank you so much. It's always nice when they just stand in a little bundle like that. Come on, we're gonna go behind you and fire in here. Wait for our bloody grenade to come back up. And let's get. See, the thing is, it's not easy. This is not easy. You can kind of get them around the corners like this as well, which is nice. When you get them in the corners like that, you can kind of shoot around it. Let's just do a couple more of these rockets on these boys. Or just shoot in between them, either way. We definitely need to wait for the power. Now, it's okay if you die in here. Like, I rage because it's annoying, because I believe that some of the things that make me die is because of shit. Like, there's shit in the game that really winds me up.
We've got incoming.
And what really winds me up the most, do the double tap. Now it's going to be down for about 2 seconds. Let's get this last guy gone. He's double tapping because these guys get double that shit. Let's get this guy gone. I think there's one more wave now. I think there's one. Right, let's fire this guy off first. We'll throw the grenade down kind of close to it. We'll throw the grenade now. We'll fire this guy. We'll fire our rocket launcher at him. A couple of them because they're actually going down. And now here comes all the melee. Here comes all the melee. We can get rid of that, dodge that dude. We can get in here and do double parry. We can do double parry. Right, they're all up here now, including flamethrower dudes, so we're going to reposition to another part of the room. Let's try and get some of these dudes, because they don't heal up So you can actually fire and get these guys going. We're going to put a little grenade here because we're going to be standing here in a sec, and we're going to try and slow them down a little bit. Let's get... He's done a heavy attack instead of a light attack. And we're going to get stuck in that same corner again that I always get stuck in. Let's move to another location. Fire dude is there. Let's get a little jumpy jumps. Come on. Let's get this guy going again. Let's try and get a couple more hits on this dude. He's down. I keep getting like all the different dudes. So like it takes 2 hits just to get these guys. Let's chuck the grenade down. Let's hit this dude with our... the thing, actually, that's another thing that kind of like frustrates the shit out of me. Is you can fire everything through there. Let's get around these fire guys. Let's try and get another guy upstairs real quick. It's a lot of running. And even no matter what build you're running in the end game, it's a lot of running. Let's try and get him gone. Is he gonna go? There's one. There's one. I just keep pressing Alt and Spacebar at the same time, which drops me out of the thing. There's another one. Oh, he's not down yet though. Right, let's get rid of him. Last, we got 2 more. We got 2 more melee guys. Now we got the fire guy up here. Let's just move around again. This guy's throwing a grenade. Let's throw this at that dude. Let's try and get a rocket out here. They're all bloody firing still. Let's try and reload. And he's gonna dodge as well. Get parry. God, finally. Finally. Got rid of these dudes. Let's get this up here. We need to get out of this bit here. Oh no, we're not gonna fire at those. We're gonna do a rocket. I mean, look how much bloody damage they do when it's just 2 of them. It's just 2 of them firing at you. Luckily, we jump behind the thing. It's not an easy thing. This is not an easy thing to do. There's one down, finally. 2 grenades just went down over here. He moved out of the way. We got 1 rocket there. The auto lock's just going to change, which is going to be aggravating as hell. I mean, these guys should really be killed first, but they don't. Because if you get caught out in the open by the melee always need to die first, at least in my opinion. You kind of just have to run around until it's ready to go. And I bet you're wondering why I'm using so many bloody... There's another one down. Now we got these big heavy dudes. Luckily they're fire. So we can just fire off a couple of rockets. I think we're in the last wave anyway, which is quite nice. Right, let's throw a grenade in the middle there. Get another rocket out. Maybe it will drop some of their shields. Right, there's a shield dude broken there. There's one down. That one missed. But now we can just kind of get at range. Let's do our pill. And then just start firing at them. Because you're doing 35% more damage. Let's get our power back up. And the last guy we can actually just sword down. Why not? Let's sword him down. And I think... access granted. And that is the, the mess that is an endgame PvP lab. It is doable. You can and will probably die a few times while you're trying it. Because it is an absolute bloody nightmare. Especially when you're like me and forget your medkits and bandages. Which is a really bad thing to do in these situations. If I had those with me, it would have been a lot easier. Let's go down into the box and see what we got. If we got anything nice. We have the forged pants. This is the forged set that I was talking about earlier. But you're going to be needing these spice infused plastiniums. And I'm just going to grab a little bit of everything out of here. Let's just get it all. And that is the mess. That is Solo Laboratories. And then we're done. That's the end of the laboratory. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you liked the showcase of the weapons and what they do, how much damage they do. I mean, nothing in the game does massive amounts of damage to these endgame laboratory enemies. Nothing. If you're seeing like videos saying this is the best endgame build, yeah, they're good endgame builds. Yeah, you can do pretty decent damage with a, but you're still taking 3 headshots with a sniper rifle on those big dudes. Even though you got like, even with the T6 stuff, they are really difficult places to be. And if you die, don't worry, just respawn. Like I rage a lot, but it is what it is. But yeah, anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. I'm Matt. This is Sovereign RPG. Make sure to like and sub if you haven't already for your survival game of goodness. Fly safe, and avoid local chat scams.